Good evening. Honored students, parents, family members, and friends of the honorees, Timberlane faculty and staff members, school board members, and administrators for the district. Tonight, we cast the community spotlight on you juniors and seniors because you have demonstrated by your consistent dedication to academic excellence that you have indeed lived up to the OWL's expectation to offer your best. Those of us who are gathered here with you have come to honor your persistent efforts and resultant academic achievement. As the program for tonight's ceremony indicates, first we will recognize all students who have maintained a 3.5 grade point average or higher throughout their high school years. Next, we will present several special awards to high-achieving juniors. Then we will recognize the senior members of our various honor societies, student council, and top 10% of the class by presenting them with honor cords they will wear at graduation. In the early 1950s, Edward R. Murrow of CBS News hosted a radio series entitled This I Believe. Individual Americans were asked to share with the radio audience a brief statement of what they had come to believe over the course of their lifetime to be a core principle guiding their lives. In recent years, National Public Radio revived this radio series. Those who have participated in the This I Believe series were asked to stay within certain guidelines, such as state your belief in positive terms, refrain from dwelling on what you do not believe, focus on the personal, and aim for truth without accusation. I bring this series to your attention, especially to those of you whom we honor tonight, because there is more to offering your best than achieving academic success. There is the added expectation that you will become involved, contributing citizens in each of your communities, at home, at school, at work, and in the larger communities. Fully functioning honor societies, like a fully functioning student council, are primarily service societies, whose members are expected to become actively involved, contributing citizens of the school and our local communities, and in some instances, our state, national, and even global communities. Albert Einstein, the icon of 20th century genius, scientific genius, in his This I Believe statement concluded, "It is my belief that alongside the development of individual abilities, the education of the individual aspires to revive an ideal that is geared toward the service of our fellow man, and that needs to take the place of the glorification of power and outer success." The historian Arnold Toynbee stated, "A good mathematician may know the truth about numbers, and a good engineer may know how to make physical forces serve his purpose. But the engineer and the mathematician are human beings first. So for them, as well as for me, what matters most is not one's knowledge and skill, but one's relations with other people." More recently, Bill Gates, the chairman of Microsoft, added his voice to the This I Believe project, saying, "For all the cool things that a person can do with a PC, there are lots of other ways we can put our creativity and intelligence to work to improve our world. There are still far too many people in the world whose most basic needs go unmet. I believe that my own good fortune brings with it a responsibility to give back to the world." In each of these This I Believe statements, we find a common thread. That is, to offer one's best is intimately connected to the quality of one's involvement with and contribution to one's fellow human beings. The OWL's acronym, behind me, contains the key social and civic expectations we have for all members of our educational community. It is our communal This I Believe statement. The tokens of appreciation and honor cords we bestow upon you tonight are both congratulations for what you have accomplished thus far and a reminder to use your gifts, your intelligence, your commitment to excellence, your persistence, and your pride in a job well done, to use them wisely in relation to your fellow human beings so as to make this community and the world a better place. In advance, I congratulate our juniors and senior scholars. Now I ask everyone here to rise and greet Mr. Robert Harrington and the Timberlane Select Ensemble, who will begin our honors recognition program with a national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. I know I'll affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my
like to call forth our principal, Mrs. Donald Woodworth, who will present an award to the top-ranking junior, Maude Lemaire. Maude will be reading the names of all the juniors who have a 3.5 grade point average or higher.
John Amante. Avery Appleton. Can you please hold your applause until the end? Thank you. Joel Barna. Nicholas Barretto. Victoria Bassi. Angela Bastide. Anastasia Bilo. Mary Bilodeau. Jessica Boucher. Colleen Carey. Olivia Casey. Brian Cassidy. Riley Cole. Kayla Corey. Michael Kucher. Elizabeth Cross. Catherine Davis. Corinne DeCoste. Thomas Deloy. Caitlin Demmons. Joshua Dennis. Carolyn Dresser. Connor Doobie. Evan Doobie. Samantha Dulong. Olivia Erickson. Zachary Estep. Hannah Fenneberg. Brittany Flaherty. Kelly Flathers. Zachary Gajewski. Kristen Gallant. Kelsey Hamill. Laurel Heenan. Elizabeth Eisenberg. Hannah Jackson. Joseph Joyce. Aiden Kimball. Angus Knowles. Hannah Knutnan. Max LaRoche. Dominic LaRosa. Douglas LaCour. Alex LaFoley. Timothy Lonergan. Matthew Maloney. Emily Martin. Kathleen Matatal. Michael McLaughlin. Sarah Mill. David Miller. Leonard Mullen. Morgan Nadler. Alexander Noyes. Cotlin Orban. Chloe Willett. Joshua Patton. Robert Patterson. John Pauley. Rebecca Purley. Kevin Perry. Amanda Plant. Andrew Saris. Alexa Rennie. Jessica Riley. Rachel Riley. Elise Saltalamacchia. Joseph Salvanesky. Matthew Saviano. Nicole Sharp. Michaela Shea, Eric Sheridan, Anna Shields, Megan Short, Jacob Simmering, Haley Skinner, Jillian Streeter, Cassandra Sullivan, Kristen Swanson, Alexis Tafe, Nathan Tallow, David Terushka, Lloyd Thurston, Alexander Toth, Taylor Trahan, Jeffrey Wallace, and Caitlin Whitman and Chelsea Wonderly.
Now I'd like to call forth Principal Woodworth again as we honor the top-ranking seniors. First, class essayist Amber Lagasse. Class salutatorian Emily Cannon. And class valedictorian Shannon Lagasse. Now we'd like to honor our seniors with 3.5 grade point average or higher, and we're going to ask the class essayist Amber Lagasse to read their name.
Caitlin Altabelli, Kimberly Andrade, Holly Angie, Jessica Barrett, Melissa Bresnahan, Ashley Burnett, Sarah Calder, Brian Carr, Paige Caruso, Taylor Suffalo, Joshua Coates, Sarah Como, John Connolly, Madeline Courier, Ryan Cullen, Adam Cunningham, Miles DeShane, Ryan DeHarness, Kara DeShaw, Aaron Donnelly, Jordan Donovan, Lindsay Elias, Daniel Ferreira, Catherine Gardella, Naval Giorgosian, Rachel Guerin, Theodore Galesian, Jenna Gustafson, Peter Guy, Julie Guzman, Craig Haskell, Victoria Hastings, Kara Hatfield, Mackenzie Hines, Kendall Hill, Craig Holland, Carrie Hunkel, Kelsey Hutchinson, Margaret Jackson, Catherine Kassela, Kara Kars, Lauren Kelly, Acacia Kredemarker, Molly Lane, Bianca Lassard, Patrick Linehan, Ryan R. Lynch, Alexandra McKinnon, Shannon McGuire, Jesse Malhot, Jordan Marchetto, Sarah Matson, Casey McDonald, Jarrett McCalligan, Tyler Melvin, Skylar Menke, Rochelle Missouri, Joseph Morin, Samantha Morrison, Travis Nason, Brianne O'Connor, Deanna Pappas, Tiana Paralisi, Nicole Paralisi, Brittany Peters, Molly Pevna, Kate Powell, Lindsay Romakaitis, Melanie Richard, Megan Reel, Kyle Roberts, Jay Russell, Brittany Sampson, Jonathan Shepard, Paul Sinkster, Kelly Smith, Nicholas Smith, Alexander Smith, Taylor Spivak, Valerie Stein, Megan Sullivan, Brian Sullivan, Nathan Tyne, Laura Yerrick, Christina Valcourt, Hunter Van Rye, Matthew Walsh, Samantha Weedman, Nicole Weir, Courtney Yell, and Stella Zaralidis.
Now we have a series of awards for juniors. The Bausch and Lomb Science Award will be presented by Mr. Ron Edmiston of the Science Department.
Good evening. The Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award recognizes outstanding achievement in science. This award has been given since 1935 and is to recognize exceptional students in their junior year who display outstanding performance in science. The award is a guaranteed merit scholarship award for 4 years if the student enrolls at the University of Rochester. The Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award winner for this year is Connor Doobie.
To present the Harvard Book Award, Mrs. Lee Dano of the Math Department.
The Harvard Pilgrim Book Award is awarded to the outstanding student in the junior class who combines excellence in scholarship, high character, and achievement in other fields. This year's award goes to Maud Lemaire.
To present the Ron Hazeltine Challenge Award, Mrs. Patty Dearman of the English Department.
Good evening. The prize book at the Timberlane Regional High School is presented to a junior student whose potential in academics, athletics, and attitude we believe would be Ron's choice for someone who would use the road less traveled. This year's recipient is Miss Hannah Fennenberg. We know Hannah couldn't make it here this evening, so I'm going to accept this award on her behalf. Thank you.
The New Hampshire Boys State Award will be presented by Ms. Jen Clark of the English Department.
Hello. Each year, the American Legion Carl G. Davis Post of Plastow selects up to 2 students to represent Timberlane Regional High School at Boys State in Nashua, New Hampshire. The students are selected on the basis of leadership, academics, and patriotism. This year's students are Connor Doobie and Alexander Noyce.
To present the Principal's Leadership Award will be Mr. Don Woodworth.
It's my pleasure to give this gift and this certificate to 2 students, a male and a female, who have distinguished themselves as leaders in a variety of fields, ranging from the arts to the classroom to the athletic fields. They are Hannah Knutinen and Jacob Simmering.
The Rensselaer Math and Science Award will be presented by Mr. Ron Edmiston.
Good evening again. The Rensselaer Medal is awarded to the outstanding junior in science and mathematics. This medal has been awarded since 1916 to recognize superlative academic achievement of young men and women. The award is a guaranteed merit scholarship for 4 years if the student enrolls at Rensselaer. The Rensselaer Medal winner for this year is Zachary Estep. I will hold the award for him. I have him first period tomorrow.
The St. Anselm Book Award is presented by Mr. Eric Constantino of the Theater Department.
The St. A's Book Award is presented to a student of high academic standards in the humanities. I am pleased and proud to present this year's award to Sarah Mill.
The Wellesley College Book Award will be presented by Ms. Mary Widman of the World Language Department.
The English Department selects 1 female junior whose achievement in English classes is most deserving of special recognition. This year's award winner is Olivia Erickson.
The St. Michael College Book Award will be presented by Assistant Principal Maria Denola.
Good evening. The St. Michael's College Book Award for Scholarship and Service recognizes students for their outstanding commitment to volunteerism and leadership in community service. This year's recipients are Kathleen Matatal and Brian Cassidy.
Mrs. DeNola will also present the Regis College Book Award.
The poor thing. Regis is a global community of learners that seeks to make the world a better place. This year's Regis College Book Award goes to Douglas LeCurs.
Tonight we are going to accord each honor society separately. Seniors, when your society is announced, please go to the back of the auditorium and around to the right-hand side of the stage and form a line. After receiving your cord, please proceed to the risers, to my left here, and stand with your fellow members. Audience, I ask you to please hold your applause until all the recipients' names have been read and they are standing in a group. Presenting the stoles for the National, this is for the National Honor Society. Presenting stoles for the National Honor Society will be Ms. Louise Pajak and Ms. Robin Mahoney. Presenting cords for the National Honor Society will be Mr. Eric Constantino and Mr. Robert Harrington. All right, it looks like our seniors, the National Honor Society, lined up. The first person we'd like to honor is the President of the National Honor Society, Mr. Adam Cunningham, and Adam will then be reading the names of all the other recipients.
Kimberly Andre, Holly Angie, Jessica Barrett, Melissa Bresnahan, Ashley Burnett, Emily Cannon, Paige Caruso, Taylor Cefalo, Joshua Coates, Madeline Corrier, Ryan DeHarness, Kara DeShaw, Erin Donnelly, Jordan Donovan, Catherine Gardella, Noel Giragosian, Theodore Galesian, Jenna Gustafson, Peter Guy, Julie Guzman, Victoria Hastings, Kara Hatfield, Mackenzie Hines, Kendall Hill, Craig Holland, Carrie Hunkel, Kelsey Hutchinson, Margaret Jackson, Catherine Kosala, Acacia Credemarker, Shannon Lugassi, Molly Lane, Patrick Linehan, Ryan R. Lynch, Alexandra McKinnon, Shannon McGuire, Jesse Malhot, Jordan Marchetto, Sarah Matson, Casey McDonald, Jared McCalligan, Tyler Melvin, Rochelle, Missouri, Joseph Morin, Travis Nason, Deanna Pappas, Nicole Paralisi, Brittany Peters, Molly Pevna, Kate Powell, Lindsay Romakaitis, Melanie Richard, Megan Reel, Kyle Roberts, Douglas Robichaux, Jay Russell, Jonathan Shepard, Kelly Smith, Nicholas Smith, Valerie Stein, Brian Sullivan, Megan Sullivan, Nathan Tyne, Laura Urick, Christina Valcourt, almost there, I promise. Matthew Walsh, Samantha Weedman, Nicole Weir, Courtney L, and Stella Zaralidis. Thank you. You may be seated now. All right, take a break.
I'd like to remind you to keep your cords on because you may be called up to add to that recording. We'll now cord the members of the Mathematics Honor Society. They will be corded by Mrs. Lee Dano and Mrs. Lorraine Massioli of the Math Department. The first member, everyone in line for the mathematics, and please be quiet as you're having your names called. The first person to be corded will be the president of the Mathematics Honor Society, Molly Lane.
Melissa Bresnahan, Ashley Burnett, Emily Cannon, Taylor Cephalo, Joshua Coates, John Connolly, Erin Donnelly, Catherine Gardella, Julie Guzman, Craig Haskell, Kendall Hill, Craig Holland, Kerry Hunkel, Kelsey Hutchinson, Margaret Jackson, Catherine Cassola, Amanda Knight, Amber Legassi, Ryan R. Lynch, Alexandra McKinnon, Shannon McGuire, Jesse Mailhot, Jordan Marchetto, Sarah Matson, Casey McDonnell, Rochelle Missouri, Joseph Morin, Deanna Pappas, Nicole Paralisi, Molly Pevna, Megan Reel, Jonathan Shepard, Kelly Smith, Megan Sullivan, Nathan Tyne, Christina Valcourt, Matthew Walsh, Samantha Weedman, Nicole Weir.
Just go right up to the line. Thank you all, our Math Honor Society. Thank you. Now we'd like to honor the members of our English Honor Society. We'd ask you to please line up. Courting the members of the English Honor Society will be Mrs. Corey Blaze and Mrs. Patty Dearman of the English Department. The first member of the English Honor Society that we'd like to honor and to court is the President of the Honor Society, Julie Guzman.
Okay. Kimberly Andrade. Emily Cannon. Paige Caruso. Adam Cunningham. Catherine Gardella. Noelle Giragosian. Victoria Hastings. Kendall Hill. Carrie Hunkel. Catherine Kosala. Emily Korb. Acacia Credemarker. Amber Lagasse. Molly Lane. Patrick Linehan. Alexandra McKinnon. Sarah Matson. Nicole Paralisi. Brittany Peters. Kate Powell. Michaela Russell. Kelly Smith. Samantha Weedman. And Nicole Ware.
Our English Honor Society. Thank you very much. The next Honor Society that we'd like to accord is the Historical Honor Society. They will be courted by Assistant Principals Maria Denola and Mr. Sean Kiley. The first person to be courted will be the President of the Historical Honor Society, Rachel Savageau.
Erin Donnelly. Catherine Gardella. Noelle Jaragosian. Jenna Gustafson. Julie Guzman. Patrick Linehan. Jordan Marquetto. Sarah Matson. Casey McDonald. Travis Nason. Molly Pevna. Megan Reel. Nolan Russell. Kelly Smith. Laura Urick. Samantha Weedman. Courtney Yell.
Congratulations to our Historical Honor Society. Thank you all. You may be seated. Now we'd like to court the members of the Science Honor Society, so please line up. Courting the Science Honor Society will be Mr. Mark Pedersen and Mr. Sean Peters of the Science Department. In science, all people are equal. There is no president to their society, but they have chosen Molly Lane to be the first person to be courted.
Kimberly Andrade. Ashley Burnett, Madeline Courier, Catherine Gardella, Jenna Gustafson, Kelsey Hutchinson, Ryan R. Lynch, Jordan Marchetto, Sarah Matson, Tyler Melvin, Deanna Pappas, Nicole Paralisi, Megan Reel, Jonathan Shepard, Kelly Smith.
Congratulations to our Science Honor Society. Next is our International Thespian Society. Please line up. Members of the society will be courted by Mr. Eric Constantino and Mr. Robert Harrington. The first person to be courted will be the president of the Thespian Society. That'll be Megan Stewart.
Kyle DePerry. Victoria Hastings. Kara Hatfield. Acacia Cartermarker. Molly Lane. Travis Nason. Molly Pevna. Nolan Russell. Matthew Sheehan. And Courtney Yell.
Congratulations to the members of the International Thespian Society. Next is the TRHS Music Honor Society. These students will be courted by Mr. John Manella and Mr. Robert Harrington of the TRHS Music Society. The first person to be courted will be Kate Powell, the president of the TRHS Music Honor Society.
Holly Angie. Charles Hargreaves. Matthew Hevish. Shannon Legassi. Molly Lane. Sarah Matson. Deanna Pappas. Brittany Peters. Megan Reel. Nolan Russell, Kelly Smith, and Valerie Stein.
Congratulations to all the members of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Now I would like the members of the French Honor Society to please line up. They will be courted by Mrs. Beth Reynolds and Mrs. Robin Mahoney. Ms. Reynolds is of the Language Department and Mrs. Mahoney of the Guidance. The first person to be courted will be Christina Valcourt, President of the French Honor Society.
Holly Angie. Jessica Barrett. Melissa Bresnahan. Ashley Burnett. Madeline Courier. Cara Deshaw. Daniel Ferreira. Margaret Jackson. Shannon Legassi. Lindsay Remakaitis. Megan Reel. J. Michaela Russell. Kelly Smith.
Congratulations to all the members of the French Honor Society. Thank you. Next will be the German Honor Society. Members of the society will be courted by Herr Doug Mattson and Mr. Sean Peters. You know this one will be precise. The first member of the society to be courted will be the president, Adam Cunningham.
Kara Hatfield, Mackenzie Hines, Molly Lane, Ryan McLaughlin, Deanna Pappas, Melanie Richard, Nolan Russell, and Valerie Stein.
Congratulations to our German Honor Society. Next, we have the Spanish Honor Society. The members of the Spanish Honor Society will be courted by Mrs. Amy O'Leary and Miss Rebecca Salois of the Language Department. The first person to be courted will be Jenna Gustafson, the president of the Spanish Honor Society.
Kimberly Andrade. Emily Cannon. Taylor Cephalo. Samantha Demond. Erin Donnelly. Catherine Gardella. Noelle Girgosian. Julie Guzman. Victoria Hastings. Kendall Hill. Craig Holland. Carrie Hunkel. Kelsey Hutchinson. Catherine Cosola. Shannon McGuire. Sarah Matson. Jarrett McCalligot. Tyler Melvin. Rochelle Missouri. Brittany Peters. Nicholas Smith. Megan Sullivan. Samantha Weedman. And Nicole Weir.
Congratulations to all the members of the Spanish Honor Society. Thank you. Now we'd like to court all the members of the class who are in the top 10% of the class. Some of you may not know if you're in the top 10%, but we have the first list on the alphabet up there, and when the list changes, you may have to run up there quickly. Conferring the cords here are Principal Don Woodworth and Assistant Principal Maria Denola. The first person to be courted in the top 10% is the salutatorian, Emily Cannon.
Kimberly Andrade. Jessica Barrett. Melissa Bresnahan. Ashley Burnett. Joshua Coates. Madeline Corrier. Erin Donnelly. Jordan Donovan. Daniel Ferreira. Catherine Gardella. Theodore Galesian. Jenna Gustafson. Peter Guy. Julie Guzman. Craig Haskell. Victoria Hastings. Kendall Hill. Craig Holland. Kelsey Hutchinson. Catherine Cassola. Amber Legassi. Shannon Legassi. Molly Lane. Ryan R. Lynch. Jordan Marchetto. Sarah Matson. Casey McDonald. Jarrett McCalligot. Tyler Melvin. Rochelle Missouri. Tiana Paralisi. Megan Reel. Kelly Smith. Nicholas Smith. Samantha Weedman. Nicole Weir.
This is the top 10% of the class of 2010. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. The last organization to be courted tonight are members of the Student Council. Student Council members, these are senior Student Council members, will be courted by the advisor of the Student Council, Mrs. Jennifer Libby Barth, and Mrs. Roz Moriarty of the Special Education Department. The first person to be courted will be the President of the Student Council, Sarah Matson.
Rachel Burgard. Joshua Coates. Jacqueline Ephraimson. Noelle Giargosian. Brittany Hakimi. Victoria Hastings. Mackenzie Hines. Kendall Hill. Kelsey Hutchinson. Travis Nason. David Phillips. Kyle Roberts. Laura Urich. Haley Vincent. And Courtney Yell.
Congratulations to all the members of the Student Council. Thank you. It's time now for some closing remarks. There are reasons why the students who are honored here tonight were honored, and those reasons are they have been able to do some time management. They have just taken an hour and a half on a night when they have homework, they have exams coming up, so I'm going to dismiss you all, go home and do your homework. Good evening, everyone.
Very